Conscientiology has as its principle two realities: the consciousness, which is the ego, the self, the individuality, and the bioenergies. Within these realities, one of the pillars of research is the holosoma, a set of vehicles for the manifestation of the consciousness. In this intraphysical dimension, these four vehicles act simultaneously together and at the same time. The first we call the soma, or physical body. The second is the energosoma, or energy body. The third is the psychosoma, or emotional body. And the fourth, the mental soma, or mental body. In this image, we can see the four separate vehicles, and within the different areas of study of conscientiology and the personal experiences of people performing self-research, we identify one by one their characteristics, their properties, and so that we can understand their functioning, objectives, and achieve a state of balance between them. We will now have, beginning on March the 5th, 2022, on Saturdays and Sundays, the Fundamentals of Consciousness Evolution online course. This is an entry course with the basic concepts, with 20 lessons and being 50 hours in length. It is a complete course. If you have any affinity with the concept of the holosoma and the idea that we manifest through four different bodies in this and other dimensions, come and join this class. And for those who already know about conscientiology, you can take this time to recycle and study more. We hope to see you there.
Hello everyone, welcome to our webinar of a series of presentations that will help it throughout February. We are live today from our YouTube channel, Consciousness and Evolution, and our Facebook page, Bioenergies International. Consciousness and Evolution is a program from Bioenergies International that enables access to information about parapsychic phenomena, bioenergies, projection of the consciousness, multiple lives, and so much more. Today we have a presentation from instructor Carla Galdino, who will talk to us about bioenergies, energy communicates, what are your personal energies saying about you? We would like to remind everyone joining us today, please feel free to send in your questions. If you're watching us live, we will try to answer all of them during the presentation. Any questions that aren't answered will be posted in the comments section later. And if you want to know more about parapsychic phenomena, evolution of the consciousness, conscientiology, you can subscribe to our channel, visit our page on social media, where we'll keep you updated on future courses and free webinars. All links are below in the description. Thank you for joining us in this journey. Carla Galdino is from Brazil and lives in the United States since 2000. She is currently a nurse graduate from nursing school at Broward College, Florida. She is also a volunteer teacher and presenter, researcher of conscientiology since 2003. Hello, Instructor Carla. The word is yours.
Hello, Marlon. How are you?
Very good. Thank you for joining us in this webinar. You can start your presentation then.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. So like Marlon said, I'm Carla, and I will talk about bioenergies. But before starting talking about bioenergies, I would remind you guys that Bioenergies is a non-profit organization with no religion and political affiliation. And like I said, we study conscientiology, and one of the pillars of conscientiology is the principle of disbelief. So don't believe in anything, experiment, have your own experience. Do not believe even in what we are talking here, okay? But keep an open mind. Just listen and take your own conclusions, okay? So the talk today is about bioenergies. What it is bioenergies? Let me put it here. Okay. So bioenergies are a type of non-physical energies, and they are all around us. We have all the time now places and everywhere we have this type bioenergies, but we have two types of energies. We have the immanent energies and consciential energies. So the immanent energies are what we call a more pure, raw, not without information energy. So it's pure. And in some mystical things, they say that we always have as prana, we have as vital energy or chi. So there is different names for the bioenergies. But we here at Bioenergies and the Conscientiology, we use the name bioenergies. So the immanent energy is all around us. And where can we find this type of immanent energies? So we can find, there is types of, we can have the phytoenergy, that are the energies from plants. So you can absorb, because another thing is like we can absorb this type of energies, the immanent energies. So every time, and sometimes we do unconscious, that what we are trying to teach you guys here, but most of the time we do unconscious. So when you sit and you feel like you wanna, some people have this thing like, oh, I wanna hug this tree. Right? Oh, I feel like I need to hug this tree, or they wanna touch on the ground. So they are in some way like absorbing this type of energy. And this those energies, they are different, but they have the sensations are different. Like when you are absorbing energy from a tree, or when you are absorbing the energy from the water, that we're gonna talk in a little bit. So you're gonna see that it's different, and sometimes we have more connection with a specific type of bioenergy. So phytoenergy is the energies of plants. And I was talking to a friend the other day, and she was telling me that in Japan, now they are recommending, doctors are recommending people to have a forest bath, like to walk in the forests to recharge. Okay? So now, to be honest with you guys, nothing that we are talking here is really new, but we just not using it. So we need to be more aware of the use of energies, right? So here the aero energy. So aero energy is the energies from the air. So when we are absorbing, like we have very wind day, we can absorb the energy, you can feel, and it's interesting to perceive the difference between like the phyto energy and the aero energies, or the hydro energies, or the ground, the geo energy, that is the energy from the earth. You're gonna see that they have the quality. It's different when with absorbing energy from the ground. You're gonna perceive like it's a more dense energy. You could feel more. The sensations would be more. You could perceive more. Not the aero energy, the wind is like more subtle. It's more, you would not perceive so much, like the sensation wouldn't be so strong as the geo energy, that is the energy from the ground. So we have the cosmo energy, that is the energy from cosmos. And normally we absorb these energies when we are out of the body. So we absorb this cosmo energy, the geo energy, the hydro energy, the energy from water. So we can, for instance, go to absorb energy when you go for a walk on the beach, the lake, or waterfalls, anything that has water. The solar energy, like here, I live in Florida, so it's very sunny, so we can absorb a lot of solar energy. And then you notice that some people, they, like for me personally, I like the sunny place, so I can feel like the difference when I am absorbing like energy from the sun. And then we have the consciential energy. So this what happens here. So we are interacting all the time. We live in a energetic experience. So we are interacting all the time, and what happens is like we absorb energies through our chakras. I think that instructor Eliane spoke last time or 2 weeks ago about the holosoma. So we have a body of energy that we call energosoma, and this with the full of chakras. Then we absorb the raw, this immanent energy through our chakras, right? And then we transform this raw energy, this immanent energies, in consciential energy when we add our information, right? This consciential energy has information. What type of information? So this energy has our emotions, our thoughts, our mood, our desires, our motivations, everything we imprint in this energy, and then it becomes consciential energy. And this consciential energy can also be in places and objects. Why? Because, for instance, if I have an object and I'm always using, for instance, a pen, I'm always using, or clothes, and then now I am putting all my energies in this object. Or for instance, a place, my house. My house has, I'm living here, so it's all about my energies on this house, right? Or for instance, on the work, people have, so there is different types of, how can I put it, energies, consciential energies, like for the environment. So then it's interesting when we think about it, like, so if I have an object, if I have, for instance, a dress that I always using this dress, right? So this dress has my energy on it. And then if I donate this energy, this dress, it goes with my energy. So a lot of people sometimes they say, "Oh, I don't want to get clothes from other people because of the energy." There is a point, but anyways, we can always. It depends how bad is the energy, right? Or not. Could be normal energy. How do you feel? Because sometimes you have the energy and you can feel like some people could kind of read the energies of the object. So for instance, this dress, but I'm always happy and I'm always feeling good about this dress, but it's time to donate. And then I donate my dress. And then another person gets the dress, and then she could perceive this, put the dress and feel happy and see more positive. And also the opposite is also true. Like I'm a more no, I don't want to say negative person, but I'm more like always seeing always the not so bright side of life. I would be a more blue person and things like that. So, and then I'm always wearing this dress and I donate. And then the person would perceive, like, would feel like, oh, I'm feeling down, feeling more blue. So we can read the energies, or we are in some way unconscious, reading the other people's energies. But it's why we need to know about energies and have this information is to understand that sometimes it's not our energy. Like I'm talking to someone that is feeling down, and then after that I have a headache, right? The person's feeling good. Sometimes they feel like, oh, like talking to you and they feel really good, and then you feel like a headache. But this is not yours. And if I understand about energy, I would say, oh, okay, this is not mine. I was talking to so and so, and then we could try to de-assimilate it. Yes, Marlon. I cannot hear you.
Okay, now you can. Yes, we have one question here, and I wanted to go back a little. I also wanted to explore when we talk about immanent energies. Is it just enough when we go to as you said, for a forced shower, is enough just to go for the ambient, or can I try to work my energies in that environment and it will be better in the
Oh,
absorption or
yes.
for my personal energies?
Oh, much better. See, because of this, we are teaching that about it. So it's more important to absorb. Yes, you can just go for a walk and work a little bit, but when you put the intention, like I really want to walk here and just absorb the energy. So put in the energy. Take the energy from these plants or from the water or from the earth, from the forest, and just absorb like intentionally. I am doing this with intention. I am stopping there on the middle of the forest and just feeling like just giving the command for all my chakras to absorb that energy. And it's even an interesting experiment, right? We could try to do this, like just be, people could just be there and not doing anything active, like just, okay, I'm just here. And then absorbing the energy and then feel what is the difference. What go
And
one day for just stay there and the next day go there and absorb.
yes, absolutely. I think we can try that, right? That's a good experiment. And when we talk about consciential energy, you mentioned that objects or even our environment usually has our personal energies, right? You said
Mhm.
our house has our personal energies. So how do you feel, or what is the feeling, for example, when you have, I don't know, when you have a gathering at home? I know that in United States you recently had the Super Bowl event, right? And a lot of people got together to watch the games and have a little party. But what would happen to the energies at my place after and before these gatherings?
Well, before would be your energy, but after that, then will be a lot of other people's energies, right? Because it's consciential energy. You are there, we are interacting, we are exchanging energies. So be your house will be full of other people's energies. But we can, this is not a big deal. We can clean, right? The same way that we, after a party, what do? We clean the house, right? Because people do a little bit of mess, right? So we need to clean. So the same thing with energies. It's the same concept. Like, okay, now I need to clean energetically my house, right? And then like we could just exteriorize your own energies again to your house, right? More and more, like cleaning, really, like and then this process is more like just sending your energies, like clean energies, to your ambient, your environment. So you would exteriorize energy to clean energetically your house. Right? This is what I do with my house when I'm cleaning physically. I'm cleaning energetically because so I'm cleaning in twice. Right.
Very good. And
Mm.
then we talk about consciential energy, which is the energy from the people with information, right? The energy
Mhm.
that we exchange is the consciential energy.
Mhm.
Can you explore a little more about the interaction on social media that we have
Oh,
and regarding this consciential energy?
yes. So energies, there is no border. So in every time, like here, we are talking, even though you are in Thailand, I am in Florida, we are far physically, but not far energetically. We are exchanging energies. So the same on social media, Instagram, Facebook,
The famous
WhatsApp,
TikTok, right? The
TikTok,
videos.
exactly the videos. So we are, and sometimes the other one, the Twitter, where people exchange and then they fight. Just I would invite you guys just to pay attention. Just do put a comment on something, and then because sometimes people start fighting, and if you pay attention, you could perceive like that flow of energy coming really in some ways could be positive if the talking is a positive or negative, because every time we are interacting, we are exchanging, every time I think about someone, I'm sending my energies to that person. So we are, like I'm thinking about Marlon, sending my energy to Marlon. So, and it's unconscious. We are just don't pay attention. So it's really, I'm sure that everybody had an experience where before we used to give the example of the phone, like talking on the phone, and then after talking with that person would have like a headache, stomachache, feeling drained, very exhausted, I need to take a nap, right? This is very common. But nowadays, when we have the social media, this is true as well. We could this person did this comment, I'm gonna reply. And then you could feel all that rush of also like that negative energy. So, right. So we need to be very aware, like what we comment on the internet, how do we interact in the internet? Because we are exchanging energies on this. Now, even though we think, no, I'm just behind a desk, behind a computer, nobody sees me, don't see physically, but we perceive the energy. Oh, yes, and it's interesting because, like I said, energy communicates. So sometimes the person wants to say something, or even on the text, the person says something nice, but the real truth is like in the energy that she's sending, the text is not that nice, right? So if somebody that is a little bit more sensitive would perceive, oh, this doesn't sound right. Or sometimes you have like a person, I'm sure everybody had this experience of the person is talking to you and everything looks nice, like he is talking and looks nice, everything that the person is saying, but something is off, like I don't know, something is not right, because in some way we are reading, the person is communicating with the energy, and energy doesn't lie. Right? You can try to say good things, or even the postures, to have a very coherent body language, but energy is hard to hide. So a person can be saying something really coherent and nice, but the words are okay, but the feeling of the energy, the person, I don't know, I cannot trust this, for instance. The person is talking and being very nice, I don't know, I cannot, for some reason, I cannot trust this person. Because what's happening here? We are reading the energy, right, of the person. Or sometimes the environment's very common. Like, for instance, we have a fight here, and then another person, and then looks everything, everybody left, there is no fight anymore. But another person comes, and then like the person could feel like, oh, this tension on the air, something is weird. So we can, all the time we are reading, right? We are communicating with our energies. And it's important to be aware of this. Sometimes, like, okay, I go to a place and then I feel good, or I feel, like I said before, I start feeling sick because of the energies on the ambient, on the environment. And then I think that's me, right? Saying, oh, maybe I'm sick or things like that. No, sometimes it's just like the place where you are. Or sometimes it's interaction with a person, and then you get like a headache or things like that. And it's okay. There is no way that we can stop these interactions to happen. There's no. It's part of of our life. But our intention here, our goal here, is to teach how to deal with, because we can be more aware of our energies, more aware of other people's energies. And once we know, like, okay, this is not mine, I went to this place and I got contaminated, right, with this energy. And then what can we do, right, to de-assimilate it? I'm going to talk a little bit, but next week we're going to have a class about this, about assimilation of energies, how we assimilate energies, how to de-assimilate energies is going to be in the same time as today. I think it's 9 o'clock. And it's a workshop about consciential, consciential energies. So Marlon and Fabiana Cerato, they're going to talk about those seen energetic signals, vibrational states, and assimilation. So, but I'm just explain a little bit. So we are interacting, we are simulate. I feel headache. What can I do to get out of this headache? Once we can do vibrational state, and I believe Eliane showed the little gift about like the energy, how we can move our energies just with our intention, up and down on our body, our energetic body, until it's a closed circuit, we called, and then until we reach the vibrational state. And when we work with our energies, like with the vibrational state, we we disconnect, we let go of these energies that are like attached to us, that we are, can I say, contaminated with these energies. So, and we can see that the environment also has, right, energy. So can be, for instance, you go to a library, so the energies in the library will be more like the study, right? You go to a gym, the energies in the gym will be more like physical exercise, how to exercise, work more the physical body. And this is really important for our energies also to be to do physical exercise, because once we need this quantity of energy. So it's important because we have a physical body, so we need to take care of our physical body as well as the other vehicles of manifestation. So here, so we absorb the immanent energies through our chakras. We imprint, we put our information on, and then we have the consciential energies. And then this consciential energies has all our informations, like I said before, our motivations, our thoughts, our sentiments, emotions, mood. And then we also can, the places and objects can have this type, our type of energy, the consciential energies. And then here, I want to present to you the concept of Tosin. So what is Tosin? Tosin is the connection of three words: thoughts, sentiment, and energy. So then To is from thought. So our thoughts, S it's our sentiments, and E is our energies. So how do we manifest our consciential energies? Is through those scenes. So it's more like I think something, and then once I think about something, I have this emotion about it, and then I had like my energy goes with this pattern of energies and thoughts and sentiments. And it's important for us to have an idea what are the pattern of our tosins. See, because then we're gonna know that sometimes, like I said before, okay, this is not my energies. This is not, because this is not the pattern of my energies. Because again, we have consciential energies that has the information that are the tosins. So we need to know, like, I am a more, like, my pattern of tosins are more, for instance, I am a more critical, more analytical person, or I am a more emotional or more person. So how can I know this? So this one is like you need to one way of discovering the pattern of our toxins would be paying attention, analyzing our toxins, let's say for 1 week, right? For 1 week, we could do like the phone, take notes of how it's the pattern of what I'm in the morning, how I'm feeling, what I'm thinking right now, how I'm feeling, and then take notes. Then the afternoon again. So during 1 week, every time that we could possible take notes how what we are thinking, what we are feeling, and then this would be like an idea of what is the pattern of our toxins. It's like so I'm a healthcare worker, and we teach the people, like when they have a high blood pressure, that they need to take the blood pressure to have an idea, the baseline of their blood pressure. If it would be so they would take in the morning, in the at lunch, in the afternoon, and at night, to have an idea of the baseline of the blood pressure. So here with toxins is the same thing. So we need to have an idea of the pattern of our toxins, and then we would be able to know, okay, this is me. I think like that. This is really me. Or no, that is something. That is some energy that I'm getting some influence from somebody else, but this is I know is not me, right? So this is really important, because sometimes we think, oh, I'm depressed, for instance. I'm really depressed, but and this is it's very common. Like I personally, when I did this, I noticed like I am not a depressed person. I really more optimistic. I was okay. Everything's gonna be fine and everything. But when I perceive that I am like very depressed, like very seeing everything, oh no, this is not gonna work. Oh no, I just like, okay, it's not me. It's not me here. See? Because the way we live, we are always so in a hurry. We don't stop to think about this. But it's important, because then, okay, I'm depressed. I know what I'm gonna do. No, okay, this is not me. I'm gonna work with my energies. You can absorb energies, exercise energies, can do the closed circuit until we reach the vibrational state. And then you're gonna say, okay, this is not me, right? And yeah.
Yes, I'm going to interrupt a little more. When we talk about the idea of the thing and paying attention, and I think the example that you gave us before was a very good example for us to analyze the dosing as well, right? When we arrive, when we change an environment, when we go to a place, and in that place happen a discussion or happen something that was not, let's say, positive energies, and we change, we go to that environment, it's easily, right? It's easy to feel sometimes, and sometimes even alter our personal thinking.
Yes, we can. Exactly. So, for instance, on that example, I had a fight there, for instance, discussion, and then you go, and we are not aware. We don't just, and then you start then we start getting aggressive. We start getting in the mood of a fight, and then after that, oh, this is not me. No, because we got influenced by other people's energies, in this case, for the environment. So it's really important also how do we leave the places where we go, right? How do we live? What do we like? Again, our energies communicate also. So I'm going to a place, and what I am thinking, right? We should leave the places better than when we got there, right? But sometimes it's okay. It's life. It's impossible. But be aware. Be aware.
And we have a comment from instructor Eliane. Usually, the majority of the population carries more energy on sentiments, on the sen or the n here. And is that a problem?
Well, no, it's not that that is a problem, but what happened when we have, if you look in the dictionary, a sentiment, special emotions, like more if we focus more, like a sentiment is a thing, but like emotions, even if it's good emotion or bad emotion, sometimes the emotions, they diminish our lucidity. And I have a good example. Like once I was really, really happy. Something really good happened to me. Then I was so excited, so excited about the thing that when I closed the door of my car, I left my finger there and I closed the door on my finger. So we are not saying that is bad, but it's just that emotions diminish our lucidity. Then we don't think clearly. See, it's like it's example, like we don't not aware of, not lucid, not thinking clearly what we are doing. Or for instance, and this is even on the common literature, or talking like, oh, I got so mad, I got blind, like I was so again, and then we do things that we will regret later, right? In the case of being really mad. So the problem with the emotions, we will feel emotions always. We have a body of emotions, right? Psychosoma is a body of emotions. There is no way to get out of emotions. What we want, the ideal that we are trying to work, and it's hard, it's not that we're gonna get right away, but to have more control of these emotions. Yes, we need to be happy and feel happy and excited, but okay, to be aware that this is gonna sometimes diminish our lucidity, right? In the case of taking a decision, it's more wise to calm down, relax, and then okay, let's take these decisions. So we don't. I can say that we don't think so clearly when our two scenes it's is strong on the sentiment, but here the sentiment is more like the emotion, and we can change, like even though we have a pattern of energy, but our energy is not in our two scenes vary. It's not always the same. So for instance, if I am, so my toe scene is going to be strong on the toe scene because it's studying, is thought, it's a lot of mental work. But now if I'm, for instance, if I'm talking to my husband and something, then it would be more, for instance, I'm missing him or something like that, then would be more strong on the S, the sentiment, but it's more like the emotion. Or if I am on the gym doing more physical exercise, then the energy, the toxin, what is going to be strong is the energy, because it's more like physical energy. I would be working. So it depends on what activities we are doing it. But again, basically, not saying that emotions are bad, but we need to control to be more lucid. The whole idea of the conscientiology is for us to get more lucid about things, more lucid about our evolutionary process that we talk, right? The relationships that we have, or why we are born in that family, why I was in Brazil and now I live in the United States. So be more aware of things, be more aware of energies, how I can use, control, have developed my parapsychism in order to have a better life, right? Because like I have been hammered this topic here, like if I'm more aware of what I am doing and of the energies, the environment where I go, I will not be so affected. For instance, be aware that sometimes we get drained. So what can I do? How can I control? Like not because some people just donate. It's a good thing, donate energies. We can help other peoples with our energies, right? We can exercise. I can, even from far, for instance, I know a friend is not feeling well. I can just think about this person and actively sending my energies to her to help her with my energies. But it's important that sometimes when we just donate, we can get drained. So how can I hold, for instance, in my case, I work in a hospital. So in a hospital, what do we see? We see sick people. And if they are sick, what they need energy, right? They need some type of energies. And then if I am feeling better, this interaction with patients, I will donate my energies to the patients, and the patient will get, my energy will feel a little bit better. But I can get burnout, I can get drained, right? Especially in our case, sometimes more than one patient. So what can I do? Can I hold my... Yes.
We actually have a question from Claudia. She asks exactly that. So, being a health professional, how do you usually deal with the de-assimilation of energies after a working day? So, first, if you can help us explain what is assimilation and de-assimilation, and then how do you deal with this?
So assimilation. Okay, thank you. Great questions, Claudia. So assimilation is when we have this interaction of energies, and then I connect with the person's energies, and I start feeling what the person is feeling. I assimilate the person's energies, right? And then I can feel what she's feeling, sick or good or bad. And then that energy, we are connected, right? And then it's a good thing sometimes to help the person, and everything's all good in some cases. But now but I cannot be connected, cannot be with this energy all the time. So how do I disconnect it? So this de-assimilation. So what's happening here? I need to disconnect. We connected, right? And now we need to disconnect it. And how can we de-assimilate? Well, in my case, when I'm helping the patients, like, okay, I want to help doing my job. So I am assimilating all the patient's energies, right? And now how can I de-assimilate what I do? I work with my energies. For instance, I like to do the exteriorization of energies first. So I'm just sending out all the energies. Then I do the circuits, closed circuit, like energies, moving the energies up and down until I reach the vibrational state. So the basic, if anything that you can get for this lecture, is the importance of working with energies. And don't believe me, have your own experience, but makes all the difference once you know how to work with energy and start working with energies. We will spend this on next week, right, Marlon, on this topic, but it's really, you can see the difference. Like I said before, like you feeling drained, and then we start working with energies, and then you can feel like, okay, I'm myself again, right? Because sometimes I have an example, like I went the room, the patient, I got mentally confused. I could not think. I was like, wow, this is really interesting. I could not think, like very confused. I was like, what is happening? Right? And then look, take a deep breath. Okay, I need to. And sometimes in the beginning, we need to work with energies. When we are learning, we need to close the eyes to diminish the outside input and everything. But with time, we will not need this, right? And in some situations, you can't, but you need to try your best to move your energies, even though sometimes you are doing something else and will not feel instance, because sometimes if you relax and work with energies, you can feel more the energies, right? Work like the energetic sensations. But in a case that you are there dealing with a patient or in a work meeting, you will not have time to close the eyes, and people would think that you are weird, right? You close the eyes and then, oh, I'm working with energy. Right? It's not the way it works. We need to just try our best to be like here, doing what you need to do, and trying to move your energies up and down, right? And that is different. This is the basic, but there is other techniques also. Even like I said, to me, it depends on the type of the assimilation. I work with energies, but then I work out physically, physical exercise. And it's interesting because I have a coworker that she doesn't understand anything of energies, but she always tells us, I don't know how she does it, but she does physical exercise before going to bed. So she leaves the job after working 12 hours and she goes to the gym, and she tells us, I need this. I need this is a way of my mental and physical health. So it's each person is different, right? But for me, I could not physical exercise just after have a good night of sleeping. But in some cases, I work with energies and go for a run, for a walk, physical exercise, because then I feel like I'm accumulating more energies. So it's really important to learn how to de-assimilate. This is very important to be aware of your own energies, how the pattern of your toxins, and how to work with energies, and when to use what. For instance, absorb energies. It's more wise to absorb energies from immanent places, like we said before, from whatever you have available, right? In my case, I have beach, I have sun, but whatever you have available, okay, I can take the shoes, right? And you have go walk on the grass without shoes, and then just put the feet on the grass, on the ground, on the dirt, really earth, and just feel the energy. Consciously, like I am absorbing energies. If I have a park, you can go to a park and absorb energies from plants, right? And in this note, there is some people that they have more connections with like plants, and then they say like, oh, they have the connections with the phyto energies, and they are they say the green thumb, like they're really good, right? Some people are really good with plants. So, and then the going back to sterilizing energies. When I want to clean my place, I want to de-assimilate. Also, I can exteriorize energies. So, I want to help someone, because in the process of our evolutionary process, we talk a lot about inter-assistance. So what it is, it's two ways, like I'm helping and I am being helped. So for instance, I wanted to help someone that needs my energies, like it doesn't need, like in my case, I work in a hospital, but anyways, any place, anybody, we can help, right? We can help donate our energies, like just sending, I'm exteriorize my energy. And the person doesn't need to know that I am doing it, and they don't need to be close, because energies don't have borders, like the border is everywhere.
We have one more question from Domingos. He asked, what are the effects on your sleep period when you go to sleep with negative thoughts?
Oh, interesting. So it's really interesting. That good questions, Domingos. So sometimes if I'm go sleep with negative thoughts, or what we talk about, we always recommend that is not don't. Please have your own, do your own experiment, but it's not recommended to, for instance, watch any heavy videos or even TV shows, wherever that is really heavy with bad thoughts, because then you are assimilating. So imagine that you have that watching something in your phone in your bedroom, right? So you have that, so got that thought, and then you go to sleep. That energy, and then you didn't work with energy, didn't clean up your room energetically, and you go to bed. So that energies are dead. Do you think so? What do you think is going to happen? Your sleep quality is not going to be good. Are you gonna say, oh, I didn't sleep well, I feel so tired, I have weird dreams? And this is very common sometimes in hotels, right? We go to a hotel, because imagine a hotel room, how many people go there, and how many people have the energies, how many things can happen, fights, or good things, bad things, all. So you go to a hotel room and then you don't have a good night's sleep sometimes, right? Why? Because of the energies on the place, right? So you have to, you don't keep moving on the bed, don't sleep really well, you keep weird dreams, you keep having weird dreams. So it's really a good way, like when a recommendation would be like, well, if I take a shower, some us take a shower to go to bed, right? To sleep clean is the same concept of sleeping clean energetically, right? So like do the homeostasis, like even, and it's interesting because I'm reading a book about sleeping, and this professor from, I think it's Stanford or Berkeley, I don't remember now. The book says like, oh, don't avoid cell phones 1 hour and TV and everything. Do just read a real book, like book physically, before sleeping, because your brain gets too agitating with the light of computer or the phone. You don't relax, and then the idea for us to have a good night's sleep would be just 1 hour before going to bed, just to start relaxing. So in this note, we could add, because for, in our case, the conscientiology, is start working with energies, right? So we start working with energies like exteriorize energies to our room, vibrational closed circuit, vibrational state. So this would be a good way to end our, not end, but have a good night of sleeping, right? And then would also help in the case of have projections. So like we say here, the energies techniques, like I spoke, the absorption, exteriorization, closed circuit, and vibrational state. And those are the techniques that's the bioenergy techniques that it's good for us to be aware and doing it. And you can see the difference. But I just want to go back and one slide here. So the idea for us is just to increase sensibility, so we be more aware, be more to have more, we perceive more the energies. So the idea is like we will work with energies. So what is the main goal to work with energies? Because we will increase our sensibility. We have more control when to donate energies. Again, when to absorb energies, then we could develop this. This will help us with our self-knowledge about our thoughts, sentiments, energy, our thoughts, about our self-knowledge, about our energies, because we will perceive once we start working with energies that there are points that are more, we are more sensitive. Like, okay, every time I get, let's say, contaminated with energies or things like that, that it's my throat. I get more, it's my laryngeal chakra, or it's my cardio chakra. So you know that this part, this energetic, is more sensitive. So also assistance, we could be able, we'll be more qualified once I have the information, when I know how to work with energies. I can assistance, help more people without getting sick. Because another thing, sometimes with energies, we can somatize because disease, right? So this is another point really important for us to be aware of. We can help, but again, it's like the airplane thing. First, we put the mask on us, and then we help others. But if we, during the assistance, we get contaminated, it's okay. We just work with energies, and we can get de-assimilate the energies. And another is like a lot of people get, oh, I don't want to help because I don't want to get contaminated. I don't want to get the bad energies for these people. But it's like in a, like my case, it's like in a hospital. You go there, you have, for instance, I work with COVID. So we had all the PPE, the protect personal equipment. We put everything. We go there, we help, we take it off, and we good. So the assistance, working with energies, feel good, go there, help, de-assimilate. And it's all good, right? Our health, we need to, so I know that sometimes people think, conscientiology, we talk a lot about the mental soma, and we don't talk a lot about the soma, but it is important for our physical body too. We need to when we work with energy, we feel great. We can do more exercise. Very important. I talk about exercise, right? Yes, because it is important, and it's not just for our energy, but for like healthcare work. I know that it's great for your many things, and nowadays especially for your brain. So if it's a combination. We talk about how to develop our mental soma, but how can we do it also is doing physical exercise and exercising. And eat health too, because the energies, the food have energy as well. And sometimes people just feel the drain, and they eat to replace the energy that they lost. Yes, Marlon.
Very good, very good. We are running out of time as usual.
Oh,
Um,
I'm sorry.
no, it's okay. It's perfect, actually. I want to just take the last moments that we have here on this webinar to talk about a little to talk about these techniques. So we talked before. So next Saturday we have a workshop to work on consciential energies. Me and instructor Fabiana Serato are going to teach this workshop. And we are going to explore these different techniques that we have here: absorption, sterilization, closed circuit, vibrational state. And today we got an excellent idea of non-physical ways, right, of working with energies. And we can absorb immanent energies, we can work our energies, we can go to a walk in the park, and we can exercise, eat healthy. All of these helps. And then we also have the energetic work per se, so working with our energosoma, which we are going to explore much more in detail next week. So I'll leave all the links below here in the YouTube channel. So if you want to know more, if you want to explore more, please join us. And we also have, started in March, we have our Fundamentals of Consciousness Evolution, which is a complete course And we explore bioenergies, a lot of parapsychic phenomena, out-of-body experiences, live program. And we starting March 5th. Is going to be every Saturday and Sunday. So we have 20 live online classes. It's a 50-hour course. It's introductory and it is a very complete course for you to understand your perspective with our fundamentals of consciousness evolution. So thank you so much, Carla, for helping us explore more these questions of bioenergies.
Thank you. Thank you guys for having me. It was great. I really enjoy it. Thank you so much. And I hope you guys have a great day.
Thank you. I'm sure these ideas will help us further comprehend our existence and expand our knowledge about ourselves. We hope it was enlightening and informative. If you have any questions, please feel free to send them, to add them here in the comment section, and we'll do our best to answer them. All links are below in the description. You can follow us and subscribe to our social media so we keep you updated on our next events and in our next free webinars as well. So thank you so much for joining us. Have a evolutionary journey.
Thank you. Bye.